looking at ratios, rates, and proportions today. A ratio is anybody remember what it is? Raise your hands, please. Thanks, Sim. Okay, it can be a part of a whole. It's not always. Christian. It's a comparison of numbers or values. Yes, ma'am. You can if you would like. Okay. Oh no, I'm gonna get in trouble. Hang on, I gotta take it off. Ratios, rates, and proportions. A ratio is, as y'all said, is a comparison of numbers or values. Of numbers or values. Ratios can be written in, anybody know how many ways can it be written? 3. Okay? There are 3 cookies to 1 ice cream in my picture. Now, here's what's important. The first one in the word problem always comes first. The second one always comes second. So there are 3 cookies to 1 ice cream with colons between them. There are 3 cookies to 1 ice cream with the word 2 between them. Or it can be written as a fraction, where my first one would go on top and my second one would go on the bottom. A proportion, underline the word proportion, is a comparison of, what do y'all think? Not numbers. Christian. You're close. Yes, Kayla. Ratios. Okay. A proportion is a comparison of ratios. A ratio is always fractions. Not always. They're not always part of a whole. Sometimes. So we have cookies. We have 3 cookies to 1 ice cream. We're going to make a prediction with this and say if I had 2 ice creams, I would have 6 cookies. Now, what you may not know is you could also go this direction. I know it's amazing. But it can go either direction. You can go across or up and down. Either way. I know it's crazy. No, you can't go diagonal. Exactly. Next year you will use a method where you do butterfly, which is diagonal. Okay, we always label our ratios and proportions. The reason for that is so you don't get them mixed up, and we'll talk about it more in a few minutes. Write a ratio of males to females that live in your home. Okay? You are thinking about the place where you sleep at night, and you are writing a ratio of males to females. First, we're labeling it males to females. Where I sleep, I have 2 males and 2 females. Okay, so you are... Now, yours is not going to look like mine, because some of you have more males, some of you have more females. Write it down. We're not talking about it yet. If you want to count pets, I'm fine with that. Do they live with you?
Do you count yourself?
Yes, count yourself. You decide. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. So what this wants to know? Shane. If I had 4, how many males would there be?
8.
If I had 4 times as many females? For me, it would be the same number, right? But for you, it's not always going to be. Anybody want to share their ratio? Hang Sim. How many males to females do you have in your family?
6.
6 males to 2 females. So if you had 4 times as many females, how many males would you have? 24. Rachel, you look like you're raising your hand. So we'll share anyway. What's your ratio? 2 to 3, okay. Rachel, if you had 4 times as many females, how many males would you have? 8. Good. Good job. Okay. Questions on this idea? No, we're moving on. Okay. We are going to look at ratios, rates, and proportions too. We ready? All right. Ratios are used to predict outcomes. This should, I don't know what this is. This should say compare ratios and find solutions, among other things. Proportions are super useful, guys. They're very, very useful in math. Always, always. Okay? So, we're going to look at 3 word problems, and we're going to talk about them for a second. If you buy 2 bags of Sour Patch Kids for $2, how much would you pay for 6 bags? So first we're going to talk about what are our labels. What 2 things are we comparing? Money and Sour Patch. Which one comes first in the problem? Okay, the bags to the money. So I can buy 2 bags for $2. Right? How much would I pay for 6 bags? I'd pay $6, right? Right? Oh, no, I'm so sorry. That 6 goes here. I could get 6 bags for $6, is that right? Okay. 2 times 3. 2 times 3. Okay, will be 6 out of 6. Alright, we're going to get to the middle one last because it's a little bit tougher. RJ made 6 out of 8 baskets in his game on Friday night. How many baskets would he have made if he had shot 56 baskets? So what are our labels this one here? What are our labels? What are we comparing? This one's not as clear about what we're comparing. Kayla. That he... Okay. The shots made to the attempts, right? To the baskets he tried. So, this one's not as... The labels aren't as clear, and sometimes you're going to have that. So, we have shots made to tried. Can we say tried? Does that make sense? Okay. So what's my first ratio look like, Eddie? 6 out of 8. And then if he shot 56 baskets, how many would he have made? What do you think? Eddie says 42. What do y'all think? Is he right? Chloe? How do we know, Chloe? Chloe, what's 8 times what is 56? 7. So then we have to do the same thing to the top. 6 times 7 is 42. So Eddie is right. Good job, Eddie. Okay, now the next one is bigger numbers, but y'all can do this. Let's look at this middle problem. This year at Ridgeview, there are 265 girls out of 460 students in 6th grade. If this ratio is true for all grade levels, how many girls attend RMS if there are 1,380 students? What are we comparing? What are our labels? Girls and students. Which one goes on top, girls or students? Why, Eddie? Because it comes first. Alright. So my first ratio is going to be what? What's my first ratio? $265 over 460.
Wait, is this true?
That's close. I don't know if 6th grade has more girls or boys, but it's close. Nope. All right. What does my second one look like? What am I looking for? Am I looking for girls or students?
No, girls.
I'm looking for the total girls, and I have the total students. They are boys. The rest are them.
Oh.
Because I want to do a comparison of part to total, and not part to part this time.
Wait, hold up. Let me see.
All right. So I need to figure out what my scale factor is. This number right here that I multiply. How do I do that?
I got it.
Pinkston, how do I find it? Predict? Kind of, maybe? I don't know what you mean by that.
Yeah.
Okay, how'd you get 3? What'd you do? How'd you get it? Did you divide this by this? Yes, you did.
I just
Or you multiply. You counted this up. You did right? 460 plus 460. Plus 460. And I have 1, 2, and 3. That works. Now I have to multiply 265 times 3. What do you think?
795.
Okay, y'all figure it out. Tell me if he's right or not. Not yet. Okay. If you got 795, put your pencil on your desk. If you got something else, hang on to your pencil. Okay, I think you're right. I think most of us are getting 795. Good job.